Okay, welcome to Agent Tactics. It is another Thursday at 10 a.m. live. My guest today is Bill Olsen out of the Charleston area. I've been good friends with him. He's with me here at Rio. We've been having a lot of fun for a long time. And recently, so Bill has been doing YouTube for a while, doing really, really well. Recently, he made a small shift on Instagram. And since then, he's been interviewed by the mayor. He's gone to all these public events. He's going to everything. And on top of that, he's getting a business by making a small shift on how he was doing Instagram. So we're going to go through that. And then we're going to go through his shift on YouTube and what he's been doing to get business out of that as well. Bill Olsen, the stage is yours, my friend.
Well, thank you for the intro. Um, yeah, it's been a wild 4.5 months. I'll do a little history. Instagram was just kind of there for me. I had never really done anything, and someone had suggested trying to just like, hey, just talk about like what's happening around town. So I made a video and it blew up. So I made another one and another one, and now it's become my entire personality. Is just being a source of news for projects and developments around, oh, Jeremy disappeared, uh, around Charleston. In 4.5 months, I have gained over 20,000 followers, millions of views. I'm showing properties to two anesthesiologists this evening who DM'd me from Instagram. So people, there are all different walks of life on Instagram. They have a $1.5 million budget from a DM. And I have 4 buyer calls between today and tomorrow, just from doing non-real estate related videos.
Well, you've done non-real estate related videos, but at the end of your videos, you have a short little hook at the end that is so genius. And we'll talk about your hook at the end. But your hook at the end, my friend, is what's driving you business. So the videos are pulling people
I
in,
can't take
right?
credit for
They're,
that.
what was you got what?
I cannot take credit. That was Sean G out
Okay.
of, is he down in like Alabama or
Yeah.
something. Um, I hate to give credit to Bob Tompkins, but Bob Tompkins turned me on to him.
You
And
know, that name's not allowed on this channel.
okay,
Yeah.
but he would sign off or sign on to his videos that way, and I just loved it.
Awesome.
So
All right.
we'll
Well,
get into it.
Well, do me a favor, pull up your Instagram. Oh, well, let's talk about YouTube too. For a long time, you've been getting business off YouTube, right?
Hmm.
And what's the style of the YouTube that you've been doing? Because it's totally different than this Instagram stuff.
YouTube has always been like the relocation channel of my audience does not live locally, so it's teaching them about what it's like here, where places are, and all of that. Instagram is the complete opposite of that, where I am hitting a hyper local market. Actually, now the past couple of YouTube leads I've had come in their initial reach out have mentioned Instagram.
Yep.
One of
Yep.
them was from Australia.
See, I've had the inverse of that. I've had people that have watched me on YouTube, they find the Instagram and then they DM me from Instagram. So that's why I think it's really great to link your Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, which may not be here after the Sunday, but like having those all linked because you give people the opportunity to reach out to you where they can reach out to you what fits them, right? And I mean, I mentor a lot of people on YouTube, and it's always like, hey, put your contact and make maybe a link where people can like fall in, or make it easier. Like give them your Instagram, give them the places that they can find you and reach out to you on their terms. So, okay, so let's good. Let's jump into Instagram and then we'll hop back into YouTube. So, if you don't mind, pull up and show us what the style is you're doing, and then we're gonna go shoot through how you come up with the content, how you shoot it, how the process is, because this is going to get nitty gritty. This is why you join Agent Tactics, is we give you all of this stuff. So make sure you do me a favor with Agent Tactics. If you're getting the emails, share them with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to the Agent Tactics YouTube channel, subscribe to it, because that's where all the replays, and we email you out the replays every week. Okay, so pull it up. Let's see it.
So it is I think one of the reasons for it being so successful is, everyone says consistency, consistency, consistency. Consistency isn't just me posting once per day. But if you look through the videos, there is a consistent theme 99% of the time. It is a green screen. I don't actually have a green screen. You don't need one. We'll get into that. It is a 3-panel picture. And I created a template in Canva, so I'll share the link later. That's behind me. I'm down in the corner. I'm not the face. I mean, I'm the face of the video, but I'm not the focal point of the video. Most of the time, my face is behind the like comment and everything, but I'm there. So they can see what's behind me. I have a little title and then it goes into captions. That's it. As you can see, like almost every single one of them is that format. So now when people are scrolling, their mind sees that and they're like, that's Bill. I don't have to be all up in their face. I can be down here. But they know it's me. They know they're going to get the information that they want. They know it's going to be quick. It's going to be concise. And then they're going to comment and share. I mean, as you can see, like, this one down here, 86,000, almost 100,000 views. I mean, they're getting insane amount of views. This one has 400,000 views. And this is all it is.
Now, I'm impressed by the views, but what I'm more impressed by is that the consistency has delivered clients. And I think that's where, the other thing that's really impressive on here, and I think this is where you're going to get more clients, is the shares on this. Show them some of the shares that you're getting on this.
There's I forget how to get to analytics on here.
And by the way, I've had Bryce, my videographer, scouring your thing. And so we've created some of these. These have been by far my most engaging videos that I've done. I did one about Costco the other day, and I didn't, like, I saw they had 15,000 views. I was like, okay, whatever. I looked, it's like almost 900 shares right now. And I've never had that on any of my videos.
When I share my phone, I'll pull it up. But
Okay.
Here, I'll just do this one right here. So we're getting a planetarium. Like, that's like pretty cool. So insights, come on, my internet's so slow today. I want to say this one got shared like 1,000 times. No, it's not working. Yeah, this one got shared something like 1,000 times and it has 30,000 views. And
That's
you know who's
crazy.
sharing it a lot? Other agents.
Other agents.
Click on the top right, those 3 dots on that post, and you should be able to see an insights button.
Well, when I click on insights, the screen just isn't. My internet
just know that it's a lot. It's a lot of shares.
It's a lot of shares. Oops, I stopped sharing. Yeah, every single one of my posts gets shared, I would say at least 300 times. And most of the time it's other agents sharing it to their stories, which is funny because I mentioned that I'm a realtor in every single video. So they're sharing this to their clients and their audience.
Well, what's funny is we're realtors, so we don't really watch things to the end, right? And so they probably don't know that you at the end say, "Hey, by the way," and what is the hook you use at the end?
So at the end, I always sign off, and again, I'm going to give credit to Sean G. I say, and don't forget to follow me. I'm Bill Olsen, a local realtor, and I keep up with what's going on around the greater Charleston area, so you don't have to. Every single time, I make sure that I have time to say that. I think there's like 4 times that I haven't done it since I started, but it's a fun little catchphrase.
Yep.
It says who I am, what I'm doing, and it tells them to follow me.
Perfect.
And it's super quick, but you put it at the end. A lot of my videos, if it has 70,000 views, 20,000 of those are second views. So I know at least 20,000 people made it to the end.
And you know what's
Never
great about
open with it.
And you know what's great about this is you don't have to be in a big market to do this, right? So I've done this for the Austin market, but like I see there's a few people on here, like Tom is up in like the Round Rock area. You could just focus on the Northwest section and make it like just like Northwest, what's happening in Round Rock, what's happening in Georgetown. Uh, Dave basically lives in the middle of nowhere, so I
Yeah.
can't see it.
No. I
Yeah,
was wrong. It has 30,000 views and 2,000 shares.
2,000 shares. That's just a few. Uh,
Insane.
Yeah, I mean, we got Chantel on here who's down in Kyle, right? So you could make this content and literally just make it about Kyle, Texas, and Buda, Texas, those areas right there, and it would drive a lot of hyper local people to it. So, all right, let's walk through how you
Yep.
come up with the content and how that works.
So with what you just said, like, so my market's smaller. The total population of my market is under 1 million, or like 750,000. So I pretty much cover the whole area. I've been focusing closer to where I live. But for like in Austin, you have all those different parts. 100% focus on one little area. But then like there'll be stuff that'll happen like within the city. Highlight that too, but mainly do your area. You'll get an insanely loyal following. I had some guy next to me at a red light honk his horn, ask me to roll down my window to tell me that he follows me on Instagram and to thank me at a red light. Like he like honking his horn, like roll down your window. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get shot. No, he just wanted to say thank you.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah. My kid came home from school yesterday and said one of his after school teachers told him that he watches me on Instagram.
That's great.
So it's
Creepy.
like, it's creepy, but it's like you become a local celebrity when you do this kind of content
Yeah,
because you're providing value. You're
right.
not just providing entertainment. Like someone once said, like, I love your videos because it gives me something to talk about with my coworkers. And that like really hit me. Like he watches me every morning so that he has something to bring up at work to start conversations and to be in the know, which is pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. All right, so let's walk through it. Show us how you come up with the content. Where's the source of how you're doing this? How do you and then how do you do the three screens? How do you, I'm more interested in how you come up with the script. That's where I'm like super interested in, but let's walk through the whole process.
So, yes, Dave, I record a lot of these in my truck. I don't even have to, you don't have to go anywhere. Um, you can just batch record them. My sources, I probably have about 50 different sources. Everything that I do is public information. I subscribe to our newspaper, the digital version of our newspaper, the Business Journal. All public meetings have to post their agendas, their minutes, their presentations, and a lot of them stream for like city and county, stream on YouTube. So anytime there's a public meeting, whether it's a zoning meeting, a planning meeting, the design review board, the board of architectural review, with like 4 of those, I take that transcript and I throw it into Notebook LM, and it gives me an outline of every single project they talked about and all the details. Now I can take a 3-hour design review board meeting, and in under 2 minutes, I have everything that they talked about. It'll give me an address, it'll give me the scope of the project. And then from there,
So
I can
where are
say,
you pulling?
okay,
So how, wait, so walk me through how did you get the meeting notes?
the transcript off of YouTube. Most most municipalities are streaming their public meetings on YouTube. So just search for that. Here, I'll show you. So let's go. Here, let me try something. Let's go Austin, Texas, City Council meeting. Okay, that didn't work. There. So City of Charleston has their own YouTube channel that's just for the public meetings.
Okay.
So the Board of Architectural Review, like there was a 5-hour meeting. We'll do this one. So here, the Planning Commission met yesterday.
Yep.
30-minute meeting. Come down, grab show transcript.
Okay.
It pulls it up over here. Remove timestamps. And then I select all of this. Notebook LM won't let you paste in the URL of a YouTube Live for some reason. So this is, if you're not familiar, this is Notebook LM, which is Google's note-taking AI, which is incredible. So you go free, create one, create new, paste copied text, insert. So then it's going to read through it and it's going to tell you everything that it's about. So you have that there. Then you hit this briefing doc. Now it's going to create an outline for you. You don't even have to prompt this. You just paste it and you hit this button. And then once this comes up, so here's who was at the meeting overview. So subdivision review. So I haven't even gone through this yet. So I have a video right here. They're reviewing a new subdivision on Johns Island. Right there. That's my video that was just talked about yesterday. Probably hasn't made it to the major news sites yet. They also post their agenda. So any of the slides that in the presentation that they did along with this also has to be posted publicly. So then I go back to the city's website, I download the agenda, and I can take the screenshots from there. And then I'll show you when I get onto my phone, I'll show you how I move those over.
Okay.
To that.
All right. So you're going to copy this.
That's my process. So then I'll take this either into ChatGPT or I'll ask it right here, like write a detailed outline of the bank landing subdivision. Boom. There's my outline. From this, you can write a 60-second script.
So let's walk through how you do the 60-second script. That's what I meant, because your scripts are very good. That's what I want to get into.
Yeah. So how I approach the scripts is it is fact driven. It is not opinion driven.
Yeah.
So opinions take place in the comments. Let people argue about it in the comments. I don't care if you love or hate this builder. I don't care if you think that there is too much development on Johns Island or not. You leave that out of your videos. So
Okay.
I would look at this and I would format it just like a YouTube video. You're going to have a 1-sentence hook. Go into the meat of it. Just state the facts. You're going to break this down. And, so we would say, new subdivision is coming to Johns Island. And it is going to, that would be my intro. Like, we've got a new subdivision is coming to Johns Island. Then I would go into the facts about it, talk about, this 15-acre parcel is going to be subdivided into whatever it says. I have to go through this. And that's it. So let's say this 15-acre subdivision is going to be divided into 40 lots being built by D.R. Horton. It's located here. We don't know the home prices yet. They're just in this, so it could still be, then use your knowledge a little bit if it's a new like residential development on if there's no dates, you can maybe kind of guess. You're like, well, if they're just in this phase, we're probably still 2 years out or whatever. Talk about what's around it, just depending on how much information you have. It could be a 45-second video. It could be a 90-second video. It doesn't matter the length.
Okay. So but how are you writing the script? I think that's what I'm really interested in personally.
On Google Docs. So here's one here. So this is a script. This is the video that we're going to edit here.
Okay.
That I recorded today. I added a couple of little jokes in this one just to see like how that plays out and put a little personality into it. But read this. So new coffee shop is coming to Mount Pleasant, Starbucks. So it'll be the anchor for a small retail development called Bowman Point on the corner of Bowman and Hospital Drive, just off Johnny Dodds. So I told where it is. It's right across from the Hollings Cancer Center. And the plans, there look to be other 2 storefronts in the building besides the Starbucks for a total of 3,450 square feet. The others are listed available for lease with approximate time to market of 6 months. That's it. That's the video. This one has a new call to action for me. I don't do commercial real estate, but I've had people reach out to me. So my call to action in this is if you're interested in leasing them, DM me and I'll connect you with my commercial real estate partner.
Perfect. I love that.
So I'm trying that because I've had people reach out like, do you just do residential or do you do commercial as well? I don't want to do commercial. But now I'm lining up commercial partners to refer stuff out to. I think I've got like 3 out right now.
Yeah.
So I've got my leasing girl. She'll take care of this. I know she's going to take care of them. Usually the call to action is, so like this one here that I posted today is comment your thoughts below. That's it. Or I'll do comment your thoughts below, or if it's a specific call to action, I use ManyChat. So sometimes I'll send them to my newsletter. I'll just say comment the word report for more stories like this delivered straight to your inbox.
We're gonna have to do a whole
week.
Other segment on your newsletter.
Yeah, it is a direct parallel to this. And next Tuesday, I'm meeting with someone to possibly start a podcast about new developments in town. So it's kind of creating this big world of everything that started here. Just me, no team, just, oh, that's an interesting story. What are the facts? Let me just state the facts and have people argue in the comments.
I love it.
That's literally all it is.
Frank wants to come visit you. You can. I went to Charleston last year and hung out with Bill Olsen. It was great. All right. So we've come up with our scripts. What's next?
So come up with a script, record the script. So I use a teleprompter app so that I can do it quickly. Let's see here. We'll share my phone again.
If you're finding value in this, make sure you drop a comment that you're finding value in it. Hit a 1 in the chat, as Sharon would say.
So the little teleprompter app, there's like 100 of them. So just pick one. And then comes up like this. So you've got your whole script is right there. When you hit record, it does this. So I put it back. I hit record. This starts scrolling on its own. And I save the video. One take.
It's so tough. That's the hardest thing I've ever seen.
It is the hardest thing ever. The only time I'll re-record is, it's making me dizzy. The only time I'll re-record is if I like really mess something up. If I stumble over a word, I just keep it. I just go like I want it to be raw. So don't worry about like, oh, maybe I mispronounced this word or I like stumbled on it and corrected myself. Just keep going unless you like just freeze up.
Yeah, I've done that.
But that's why I use a teleprompter app, because you're so small down in the corner.
They're not even paying
Even if
attention to
they
you.
could see your eyes move back and forth, that's not what they're paying attention to. So just use this, write your script, put it in there, record it, and you're done. Now you have your video.
All right, so let's go to the next step. So you've recorded this. What's next?
So next is the Canva template. So on Canva, I typically do this. I'll pull it up. I typically do this on my computer just because it's easier to grab pictures and do it on my computer. Do not, well, always give credit to the photos. I had an issue with our newspaper. They sent me a cease and desist for using their pictures because they're afraid of me, apparently.
You know, my guy Bryce is using Gronk or Grok on Twitter to make ours. So shout out Bryce. He's in here.
So this is a template I have that it's 3 frames. So here, I'll take this one away. So they look like this when you see like the little, like the sky and the ground. That means if you drag something over there, it's going to fill that up. So under my uploads, let's see if it's this picture here. Boop. That's it. I'll share a link to this template that I made with you guys. You just get 3 pictures and put them in there.
Jeez, look at this guy.
Whatever pictures you want. So like this was a rendering of it. I added the little Starbucks logo because it wasn't there. I typically don't do that, but I felt like it needed it. This is where it is, and this is the rendering of what it's going to look like inside. Super, super simple. And the nice thing is I can take this, open up Canva on my phone, and download it straight to my phone. I don't have to like transfer files. So you can make it on your computer. When you open up Canva on your phone, it's already there and it's ready to download. So now we have our video and we'll have our background. Now's where the fun happens. So we're going to edit this video. I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is. There we go. So there's that. Boom. Downloaded. Go into CapCut or whatever program you want to use. I use CapCut.
You can do this on Instagram as well.
So start a new project. First thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your background. So your background is going to be this. This is your main footage. And add that. Then down here in the middle where it says overlay, you're going to add an overlay. Then you're going to grab your video. And that'll load.
And if you want more tips on CapCut editing, I'll put a link in the comment section here. It was last week's video we did with Ian, so I'm glad you're using CapCut.
So now you see like we've got me on top of that. CapCut is really good at taking the background out behind you. So down on the bottom, scroll over, and I think you need the paid version to do this, where it says it right in the middle. Remove BG is remove background. Auto removal, a little check mark. Look at that. Gone. And now I just kind of reposition myself here. Remove the ending. Now this needs to be longer, so I drag this all the way over. You don't need to be exact right now. So just so those are the same length. Back to the beginning. Now you do have to trim. I trim my video because like I don't start talking until like right there. Right there. So I start talking there. So I'm going to cut that and remove. So you hit split, select the beginning part, and hit delete, and slide that over. So now that's my video right there. Go to the end where it says, I keep up with what's going on so you don't have to, and end it. So then you're just going to split and cut those right there. That's your video. That's it. Now you can add a title and captions and you're done. And guess what? It pretty much does that for you. So I go back to the beginning. Here's how I do it with the style that I like. I'll add text right here, and I'm going to create text for one frame, because then I don't have to have a separate thumbnail for Instagram. I can just have that first frame be the thumbnail. So new Starbucks in Mount Pleasant. Then however you want your style to be, I like to have the words outlined, and then I put a yellow background on them. And I move it right there. Whatever you want to do with this, whatever your colors or your style is, make it the same across all of them. And then take it and make it as short as you can. It is one frame long. The second that video starts, it disappears.
Oh, it's
Then
so
go all
tough.
the way. I know, right? Then go all the way back and see where it says captions down at the bottom. When you hit that, just hit generate. Now it's gonna make captions for you. You don't have to do anything, but do check them. I had someone DM me that I was talking about pedestrians, making a town safer for pedestrians and cyclists. And it said it made the town safer for pedestrians and sex. Which,
I saw that.
It was caught quick enough that I updated it. Like I deleted it and reposted it, but I probably should have kept it in because it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I would have left it.
So now just kind of change the style however you want to do it with your captions. You hit style right there. I like the outline. I put a background on it that's black, but then I drop the opacity slider to about 60%. And then I put it right between those two photos. So now that's where my captions are.
Perfect.
Sometimes you have to like align these at the end so they end at the same time. You don't have to. It's just my OCD. And then this is the hard part. See up in the top corner where it says export? Just hit that.
Oh man, that was tough.
Yeah, can you say that again? Export? Okay, never mind. I got it.
Export. This is where it downloads it to your phone. Guys, I just edited that video while explaining it to you in under 5 minutes.
So the question I have for you, all right, so next we're going to put it on Instagram. We'll go through that.
Yep.
From beginning to end, when you're creating these videos, how much time do you think it takes per video to create these videos?
Anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes. Okay.
On the high end. And that sometimes that's just, some of that is researching the story. Some of it is, a lot of times it's finding the right pictures. So if you're batching this and scheduling it out, you know what you're going to talk about. So there's times like last night, I found these pictures while I was just watching TV last night.
What were you watching?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
The Disney Plus Star Wars show. It was really good. You should check it out. But like that's that's an easy time to do that. Sometimes finding the right picture is a little bit harder depending on what the project is. Sometimes it's pretty easy.
So one question that I
but
have next. All right. So now you've got this, you're going to post it on Instagram, TikTok. Do you have a scheduler that sends to all three at the same time, or do you post individually?
So I haven't been putting it on TikTok because for some reason I can't hit a local audience on TikTok and they get like 100 views.
No, gotcha. Okay. So what about
But
Facebook or
here's
YouTube? Are you
another
putting them on
thing.
YouTube?
I need to start editing them for YouTube. I really wish YouTube had like a direct message feature, especially for shorts. Because if
You know
you're
what I would do is
using
go back,
it,
upload them all, and then go back in the description, and just put your like contact in the description.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of them, if I have like comment this for this, like use ManyChat, that only really works on Instagram. It doesn't work anywhere else. So that's why it's pretty much only Instagram right now. So if I said like comment report to subscribe to my newsletter, that doesn't work anywhere else except on Instagram.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I would have to like cut that out. That's why they're not there. So I do have a scheduler though. I use Metricool, but you can also schedule some things right in
How do you spell that?
Metricool.
OOL?
Mm-hmm.
Metric cool. All right, I put it in the chat. Okay, so all right, so you have a scheduler that you use. So you can upload and do 5 of these at once, upload them all, and then it'll schedule it out for you. As far as the text goes, that goes along with it, because obviously you want SEO based stuff. How are you doing that?
I don't really. I don't waste any time on it.
Really? Okay.
I'll like put a headline. So like for this one, like I'll use like, yeah, the keywords will be Starbucks, Mount Pleasant. There's really nothing
That's
else
it.
people need to know. So it'll just say, you know, a new Starbucks is coming to Mount Pleasant.
Got it. So
And then
what I
under
do with
that, it'll say
mine,
like comment your thoughts below. And then I redo my tagline under that. So then in the description, it says, and don't forget to follow me. I'm Bill Olsen, local realtor. I keep up with what's going on around Charleston, so you don't have to. That's down there too. And then
cool.
that's a link for my channel, my account. Sometimes if it's a specific one, so like the one about the planetarium, I did tag them in the description that just said, follow at Charleston Planetarium for more info. And then I tag them, depending on who it is, I might invite them as a collaborator to see if they'll accept. Usually the local companies, especially if they don't have like a big presence on social media, are more willing to accept your collaboration than the ones that have like a highly curated account.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, I've had that happen too. When we do something about something local, I usually will hit, collab with all of them or tag them at least. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you've put all these up now. Okay, so you've gone through all of this. You went through the process. You did the three. You found the information. You did the 3 picture background. You recorded yourself. You used a teleprompter app. You recorded yourself. You went to CapCut. You put both in. You edit it. You put it on Instagram. Now the leads come through. What's the process when the leads come through?
So now there's a couple of different ways that leads come through, because now you're getting this reach that you weren't getting before. So now I'm using stories for lead gen. So earlier this week, I was at an inspection, posted a picture of the house, said inspection day for my clients. excited for them. We got this house under list price and all their closing costs paid for. And then I did a poll if they're interested in purchasing a house in 2025. Yes, let's chat. Maybe, or no, I'm waiting for interest rates to get back down to 3%. I had 120 people respond to that poll. 20 were yes, 20 were no. Or 20 were yes, 20 were maybe. And then like 80 or whatever were waiting for rates to get down to 3%. Of that, I've scheduled 4 calls.
Now, do they just DM you from that
Mhm.
poll, or
I DM'd them. So then I took all the yeses and I had my response for the yeses. I had my response for the maybes. And then I didn't know what to do with the no or waiting for it to get down to 3%. And Will Draper gave me an incredible idea. Instead of being salesy with them, I thanked them for responding and then engaged them by asking them what type of content I did was their favorite and if there was anything missing that they'd like to see in the future. So instead of battling them about rates, I just thanked them for and engaged them. And I would say maybe 30 of them responded to that. And most of them just said, "You're doing great. Like I love your page. Like, thank you, whatever."
all right? So let's go through
So
this one
at
more
least
time.
you get
So
on their radar at that point. But now you've got hand raisers that said, "Yes, I'm buying." 2 of them are already pre-approved. And then the maybes are, well, we're kind of, we're in a lease until September, so we're not really sure yet. Like that was a lot of the responses for that. That's the conversion happens in the stories a lot of times.
nice. Okay. So let's go back to it then. So you went into your stories, you posted just a video of you at a new construction,
It was a
and
picture.
then you
It
did
was
a
it was the
poll.
listing photo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then just put a poll on it. And I Sharon says, proof over promise. So I put in, my clients got under list price and all closing costs are paid for. So now they're like, oh, this guy can work.
I love that. Okay. So, and then I'm just confused on the process to how you started DMing the people that responded to the poll. Does it show you each person that does it, or how does that work?
Yep. Here, let me pull up my
I'm not confused. I'm just
archive.
asking for Dave Marvin. That's what it is?
Thank you for being my voice.
And then we'll answer your question there in a sec, Dave.
We'll share this again. Come on. Okay. So this was the story. This is it. Photo of the front of the house, inspection day, under asking price, all closing costs paid. There's the response. So then when you're on your stories, if you click down where it says activity, it tells you here. And then if you scroll down, it says see all. So these are the yes, let's chat people. Trey's, if anyone wants to know, just reach out to Trey. Trey's looking to buy a house. So these are my yes, let's chat people. These are my maybes. And these are the I'm waiting for 3% rates. And right here, so here, let's go to Trey. So when you send them, I'm not going to open up my chat with Trey.
Smart.
Probably a smart idea. So when you send them the message, it shows them the story, it shows them what they voted, and then it has your message to them. So the message now the DM comes through warm. They don't have to remember what they did to spark you to reach out to say, hey, thanks for voting yes in my poll. Let's chat, or do better DM than that. But that's how that shows up.
I love it. I love it. And then from there, you just schedule like, okay, well, hey, when's a good time to chat? When's a good time to schedule? I'm available these times. I love it.
Yep. Yeah.
What is your response time? Oh, what is your response time? Like immediate or just like next day before the poll ends?
It doesn't, you can go into your archive and do it after the poll ends. I did all the no's last night after the poll had ended.
Hmm.
I don't think you have to be quick, but you have to remember who you've responded to, so you know like where you were. So if you do it towards the end, then I just had my canned response that they all got in my notes app, copy it, and I went through the S's and I'm like, send, 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 maybes. Okay, copy, send, send. That's all I did.
That's so genius. Not I hate having to keep say that to Bill Olsen, but that's genius. All right, so I want to go back to Dave's question here. Dave
Work
says,
smarter,
show
not
us how
harder.
you did the 3-frame post where the top frame is a video that scrolls through shots of the property.
So that's a little different. That was a screen recording of Zillow. So I know exactly what video you're talking about. So let me.
The one I'm looking at in particular is December 14. But I think you also did something similar a few days ago where you straight scrolled on a Zillow.
Yep, I will find that and I'll pull it up. And it's actually the
What are the
first one that
questions
I
while he's doing
did.
that? What are the questions you have in the chat? Drop them in. We want to make sure we get those. And if you're not following my the YouTube channel, that's where the replays come out. And also I'll be emailing all the replays. Hopefully tomorrow. We're trying to get it to where we're sending this out tomorrow. So
Okay, here we go. This is actually my most watched video.
oh, and by the way, if you haven't gone into my stand store, it's a store, but all of this is free. All the playback books from all of these that we create are all in there as well. So there'll be a playback book with this. It may not be in there tomorrow, probably be there on Monday, but I'll put the link in there as well.
So this was done the same way, but instead of the 3 panels in the background, I opened up Zillow. And the reason I did Zillow is because Zillow is a public, well-known consumer-facing website. So I'm hoping that any photographer won't be like, you used my photos to promote your business. I can say, no, I used a website that has your photos on it and scrolled through it. I never downloaded your photos. I never did anything.
Nice.
So,
yeah, because you had that problem before.
yeah. So Zillow, I hit screen record, I open it up, and I just scroll, stop, scroll, stop, scroll, stop. And then I do the same thing with my script from the listing description. I write it, and then I put myself down in the corner. And it works out on Zillow because it puts this price right here and the estimated payment, especially for this one. This is like one of the most prominent residences in Charleston. So as you can see, it has almost 800,000 views on it. It's been shared over 32,000 times. But that's all I do with this one. I'm getting ready to do another one of these. I'll probably record later today with a house that has historic significance. I've done it for my listings. Do it this format because this is a format people come to expect on my account. So I can do a listing video, but then I can do a listing video like this too. And then I think with this one, I just said, like comment,
you
wow.
did tag the listing agent there. Did you ask permission or did you just ask, tag him and ask forgiveness?
Tag and ask for forgiveness. He actually He's the broker of that company, and he actually reached out to me like maybe like a month or so after I had posted that video to try and recruit me to his company.
You're like, well, by the way, at Real Broker, we do have
Yeah.
we have private labels, so you can come over here. I love that.
Yeah. We had another great thing about this is not just for clients, but people always ask me like, why do you share what you do? Like, especially with local agents that, that's like YouTube's your thing. Why are you teaching agents how to do YouTube in your market? I was like, they're probably not going to do it, but it's building that relationship for when you bring them an offer. Like, you're working for your client when you're building relationships with other agents. So anytime an agent shares my videos on Instagram, I always DM them and thank them. Anyone who shares it, I DM them and thank them. But yesterday we had our like state of the market conference. I can't even tell you how many agents came up to me and told me they loved my channel and like thanked me for letting them know like what's going on around the area. So it's building that relationship. If I've never worked with Jeremy and he's got a listing with 4 offers, we've never worked together. So he can't go to bat for me to say like, oh, like Bill's a good agent. I've worked with him before. But if I've provided Jeremy with value, if I've helped Jeremy, he's gonna be like, Bill's a great agent. Like, this deal's going to get to close. So it has a twofold thing of, yes, bringing in clients, but also that agent recognition. You're not just that agent that's bringing an offer. You're the agent that everybody knows. You're posting a video every day to inform everybody what's going on. They have a high regard for you now. So when you submit that offer, they're going to speak highly of you.
What's impressive too is the amount of referrals. I would tell you from the YouTube channel, I get so many inbound referrals from outside of Austin. It's ridiculous how many referrals we get. Brandy's on the call. Brandy's like, I know, I'm the one working with everybody. But yeah, I mean, so beyond just your local market, I think this is a good practical thing because like the other thing too is like, you might have somebody that lives in, somewhere else in South Carolina. They're seeing all of your stuff. And then a friend goes, oh, I'm thinking about moving to Charleston. You got to talk to Bill. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And because of following your Instagram.
Yeah. Agents are so stuck on all my content has to be real estate. You guys need to know what's going on in the market. And no, like this sets you up as an authority. Like, people tell me they come to my Instagram before they go anywhere else to find out what's going on. Like, that's trust right there. And
I love it.
I've gotten an interview with the mayor. I got here. I got this letter in the mail the other day from the Senate of South Carolina. This is from our district senator. He sent me a letter. He said, I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude for the outstanding work you're doing through your Instagram posts and newsletters, which provide timely and informative updates about Charleston and the Low Country. Like, I got a thank you letter from a state senator, and I've only been doing this for 4.5 months. Now, granted, this wasn't like out of the blue. Like, I have DM'd with him occasionally. Like, he'll post something and I would ask him a question. So we kind of built like a small relationship through DMs, but he didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
He could have DM'd me and thanked me, but he took the time, type out a letter, sign it, mail
His
it to me.
assistant did, but I mean, it's all right.
But yeah. And we've joked around because he also got a cease and desist letter from the newspaper. So we have that in common.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, I mean, just like being able to be in those rooms, anytime you meet someone, ask to get on their press release, email the city and asked to get on their press releases.
What do you
I
mean by
was
that?
just
To
at a
get on their
ground
press releases.
that they send to all the news and media.
Got it.
So I'm on that for the city of Charleston right now. I need to get on the others. But there was a groundbreaking for a $74 million pedestrian bridge that's been in the works for 15 years. They finally broke ground last week, and I got an invite.
Yeah, I saw that on your, that was amazing.
So you can put yourself in those rooms, which it shows your audience like, hey, he's not just making these videos like in his truck or in his office. Like, he's getting invited with city council and the major news stations to go. And like, you don't have to go to all of them. There's not a lot. They happen like once every month or something. So take 30 minutes out of your day, go shake some hands,
Kissing
meet some
babies.
people. Yeah.
So before we go, what other questions do we have before we jet out of here? Because we only got a couple minutes left. I got to jump on my team meeting at 11. Sharon wants to know, what was the hook at the end? We've said it a couple of times, but say it one more time.
Here, I'll put it in here. You can, it's, and don't forget to give me a follow. I'm Bill Olsen, a local realtor, and I keep up with what's going on around the greater Charleston area. So you don't have to.
Love it.
That one's missing the, and I'm a realtor that I posted in there, but it's just a, come up with something that fits you and how you would say something like that. But like I said, it works because it's catchy and it says who I am, says that I'm a realtor, and it says why I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it for you so that you don't have to go search for all this information.
Amazing. All right, everybody. Well, we got a minute left. One more last question. If you found value in all this, just make sure you drop a 1 in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my other YouTube channel, if you haven't jumped in the Stand store yet, that's also in the link. I'll re-put that both right now. What else do we got before we get you out of here? Bill sucks. That's fair point, Tristan.
Yeah. Here, let me real quick. I'll grab this link for this template that I made.
Venus says that this was amazing. Venus, like, I've not seen anyone in Colorado do this, or Denver. So I know you're outside of Denver, but I would be crushing this if I were you on your Instagram. And I look, in 4 months, Bill's gotten a hefty amount of business, and we're not even a year into this. So, I mean, if you did this same exact thing, and this, I mean, this is like super expensive though, right? I mean, you have to have an editor for all this. I mean, it's costing you a ton of money. Oh wait, it hasn't cost you other than the $10 a month for CapCut.
Yeah. And Canva, and that I had to buy a new phone.
Oh yeah,
for everything on my phone.
Yeah.
But that wasn't because of this. That's because of my kids. But yeah, like, all of this is essentially free. Oh, it's asking
Jennifer,
for access. I'll figure it out and send it to Jeremy to send with the replay.
Yeah, we'll send in the replay. Brad says just started doing this 2 months ago in a brand new market, and I've already gotten a lead and invite to the mayor's dinner. I did this, and I already got a lead on a $20 million land deal in up north. So yeah, that was interesting.
Right here,
The link is locked. Linked is locked. New link.
There you go. Try that one.
Link is now unlocked.
Link
And
is
if you're
unlocked.
not following Bill Olsen, I would follow Bill Olsen. He likes to give lots of stuff. Bill, do you have any things you do at Real Academy at Real that people should be paying attention to?
I have a YouTube mastermind, which the date's probably getting changed on that. So we're doing that, and there is an ADHD mastermind in the works. So keep your eyes out for that.
Perfect. All right. So my friends at Real, if you want to jump into his other groups, if you want Bill to come back and maybe moderate one of these, bring Bill back. And do me a favor. Oh, before you go, you have to do this. Bill, in the chat, can you copy and paste the REVB Instagram?
Yes.
This is imperative. We are trying to get Bill to speak at REVB. So tag Katie Day, tag Tim Macy, go over to REVB and write, let Bill speak, and go into all the videos and just spam, let Bill speak. I want him at REVB. He deserves to be up there. Forget all these like fancy schmancy people they have up there. Who cares about Jason Pantana anyway? By the way, Jason Pantana is going to be a guest on Agent Tactics coming up.
Who cares about him? But he's gonna be here.
Yeah, but he's gonna be here. No, I love Jason. Look, they got a lot of really, really good speakers. I really do think Bill should be there. So do me a favor, spam the heck out of the REVB. Every time they make a post, just write let Bill speak. We want to get him on there, and hashtag let Bill speak. I love it. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week, same time, 10 a.m. Central. New guest. We'll see you there. Thanks, Bill.